All right, everybody, welcome back to the Deep Dive. You know we love to dig into some fascinating research, and you guys sent us a real head-scratcher this time.
Definitely a unique one.
Yeah. Evaluation of possible carpal tunnel syndrome in dogs.
And
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I thought carpal tunnel was like a human thing, you know, from
Yeah.
typing too much.
Right, all those hours at the keyboard.
Exactly. So this is a 2004 article from the Veterinary record, and it's really going to make us think differently about our furry friends.
It definitely challenges our assumptions.
So the article is by Turan and Bolukbasi. They're both veterinary researchers.
And they've really delved into this topic.
Yeah, so get ready to have your mind blown because we're going to learn that dogs can actually experience carpal tunnel just like us.
It's amazing how much we can learn from our animal companions.
All right, so before we get too far, let's just do a quick refresher. What exactly is carpal tunnel syndrome? Like, what's going on in there?
Okay, so basically imagine a tunnel in your wrist, and it's formed by bones and ligaments, right? And this tunnel, it's called the carpal tunnel, obviously.
Right, makes sense.
And through this tunnel runs the median nerve. And it's super important because it provides feeling and allows movement in your hand. And along with the nerve, you've got tendons in there too, which help your fingers move.
So it's like a busy little highway in there.
It is. And the problem with carpal tunnel syndrome is that this carpal tunnel can start to narrow.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and that puts pressure on the median nerve.
Ouch.
Exactly. And that pressure leads to all those classic symptoms like tingling, numbness, even pain in your hand and fingers.
Right. And it's usually, like I said, people who spend a lot of time typing or doing repetitive hand movements.
Yeah, it's often associated with overuse.
Okay, so now we're talking about dogs, right?
Yeah.
How in the world do they even figure out if a dog has carpal tunnel? I mean, they can't exactly tell us their paw is numb.
Right, that's the tricky part. So this is where it gets really interesting. This paper goes into detail about how vets can actually use these special tests to diagnose carpal tunnel in dogs.
Like, what kind of tests?
They're called electrophysiological tests, and they're kind of similar to what they use in humans.
Ah,
So basically, they measure the electrical activity of the nerves in the dog's paw.
whoa, so they're like actually measuring the nerve signals.
Exactly. They use these tiny needles, and they're placed along the nerve pathway to see how well those signals are traveling.
That's incredible.
It is. And by analyzing these signals, vets can see if there's any kind of slowdown or blockage, which would indicate compression in the carpal tunnel.
Wow. So it's like they're eavesdropping on the nerves.
Pretty much. And it allows them to make a more accurate diagnosis.
That's so cool. So, okay, we know how they diagnose it, but I'm curious, like, how much attention has this research actually gotten? Has it made a splash in the veterinary world?
Well, I looked into it, and on ResearchGate, this paper has been read over 1,400 times, and it's been cited by other researchers 6 times.
That's pretty impressive.
It is, and I think those numbers really speak to the impact this research has had on the veterinary community.
Yeah, it's definitely got people talking.
Definitely. It's raised awareness about a condition that might have been easily overlooked before.
Right, because the limping could be from so many different things.
Exactly. But now, thanks to this research, vets are more likely to consider carpal tunnel as a possibility, especially if they see other signs.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about us dog owners. What should we be looking out for? Like I said before, our dogs can't tell us if their paw is numb.
Right. You're going to have to be a bit of a detective.
Okay, I'm ready.
So pay close attention to your dog's gait. See if they're limping or if they seem to be favoring one paw over the other.
Okay, got it.
Also, watch out for excessive licking or biting at their paw. That can be a sign of discomfort or numbness.
Interesting. So even those things could be red flags.
They could be. It's always best to err on the side of caution.
Definitely. And is there anything we can do to, like, prevent this from happening in the first place? Like any lifestyle changes or anything?
Well, there's no guaranteed way to prevent it, but there are definitely things you can do to minimize the risk.
Okay, like what?
Well, just like with humans, maintaining a healthy weight is crucial for your dog.
So no more extra treats.
Maybe just a few less. It's all about balance.
Right.
And regular exercise is important too, but try to choose activities that don't put too much stress on their wrists.
Okay, so like no more paw-powered scooters.
Probably not. And of course, those yearly vet checkups are absolutely essential.
Even if we don't suspect anything.
Absolutely. Early detection is key.
Got it. So basically, be observant, be proactive, and don't skip those vet appointments.
Exactly.
This is amazing. I never would have thought that dogs could get carpal tunnel. It's like we're more alike than we realize.
It really is. And it makes you wonder what other seemingly human conditions our pets might be susceptible to.
Yeah, that's a great point. It's like a whole new world of understanding our furry friends.
And it just goes to show that we can always learn something new.
Absolutely. So to wrap things up, everyone remember carpal tunnel syndrome. It's not just a human thing. Our canine companions can experience it too. So be observant, pay attention to any changes in their behavior, and don't hesitate to reach out to your vet if you notice anything unusual.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Keep those paws healthy and those tails wagging. See you next time on The Deep Dive.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.